Some statements that came to us on our Facebook page about the governor's mask mandate, I'd like you to address. Number one, there's the possibility for fungus or bacteria buildup if I'm wearing my mask, and that can be as unhealthy as contracting the virus.
Yeah.
What do you think about that statement?
Sorry, it makes me laugh. Okay, so this is over your nose and mouth. There is, if any of you have ever smelled fungus on cheese or bread, you would know immediately if it was inside your mask. The recommendation is that we're washing our masks every single day. That will take care of any fungus. It is true that in the annals of medicine, there are famous fungal infections that you can get by inhaling a fungus through your nose. I can tell you that in 30 years of practice here in Wenatchee, I have never ever run into a case of that. So I think the risk of that is incredibly small. And I don't want people to concern themselves with that. If you're concerning yourself with that, you are looking for excuses for reasons not to wear your mask.
Number two, wearing a mask can contribute to either a buildup of carbon dioxide from your breath, or it can lead to oxygen deprivation under certain circumstances.
A standard mask like you're wearing, like I'm wearing, these have been designed, at least mine has, for surgeons in operating rooms to wear for 8, 10, 12 hours at a time if they need to. My mask, should I be infected today, and I could be, I feel fine, but I could be, this mask is going to capture the big and the medium-sized droplets that are carrying virus away from me. The only thing that can escape through this are teeny, teeny, tiny droplets, and they're not very infectious. First, because they float all over the place, but second, because they don't carry many viruses within them. So they are effective, and they're designed to be worn all day. There has never, ever been a case of somebody having too much CO2 or too much oxygen because of this.
The governor's order with the Secretary of Health on mask wearing dictates what you and I are doing right now. We're in a closer environment than 6 feet. If we were further than 6 feet apart, these masks would not be required under the mandate. You've chosen to wear a mask as you walk about in public, and others have as well. One of the assertions circulating on social media is a little printed out, looks like a printed out placard that says, "I am exempt from the governor's regulation mandating face mask usage in public. Under the ADA and HIPAA, I am not required to disclose my medical conditions to you." People are seeing these online, printing them out, I'm assuming, carrying them with them as some kind of protection against the requirement for masking. What do you think about that?
You know, I think when we were in elementary school, we learned how to put our hand across our heart and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I think before a football game, we sing the national anthem. There are things we do in this country that are acts of patriotism and our national allegiance. Right now, I see wearing a mask that same way. Our government is asking us to do this. You may not agree with their politics, but it's coming from medical expertise of the highest level at the State Department of Health. If you are printing out a rationale not to wear a mask, that's on you, right? That's like refusing to say the Pledge of Allegiance. That's like refusing to sing the national anthem. You come up with any number of examples of what that's like. If it's hard for you to wear a mask, stay home. But if you're going to be out in public, you know, it's like smoking in a restaurant. It's not allowed, not because we're being fascist. It's not allowed because secondhand smoke causes cancer. So it's just keeping the people around you safe. It's an act of civility to do that. Wearing a mask is the same thing. It's an act of civility. So if you don't feel that you have any interest in protecting your fellow citizens, stay home. You don't need to print that out. Just don't go outside.